Yo, welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal,
I'm Andy O.
and we are KAMMA back to talk about UFC Vegas 114, also known as UFC Fight Night 269. It's Kevin Vallejos versus Josh Emmett, and we're going to talk about our early predictions and breakdowns for the prelims. So we're going to talk about who's in the prelims. We got the first fight, Piera Rodriguez against Sam Hughes. Then we got Elijah Smith against Su Young Yu. Then we got Bia Mesquita against Montserrat Rendon. We got Luan Lacerda against Hesher Sosa. We got Bolagioki against Manuel Sousa. We got Chris Curtis against Miktabek Oralbai. And we got Brad Tavares against Eric Anders. And the main event of the prelims, Bruno Silva against Charles Johnson, coming back very soon. All right, so Andy O, for the first fight, man, who you got in this one between Sam Hughes, I know you love her, and Piera Rodriguez?
Now, I don't know about you or anyone else out there, but I don't know anyone who's been not highly anticipating this rematch between Piera Rodriguez and Sam Hughes. So yeah, man, I'm gonna be going with the Sam Page here. Gonna even up the score against Piera Rodriguez. I know she lost the last fight, but man, Sam Hughes has been training hard, and I think she's gonna win in her the old-fashioned Sam Hughes way. Hopefully defend some takedowns early on, and pour it on in the later rounds. Maybe even finish her off in the third. But I think it's very likely that this fight goes to decision. So give me Sam Hughes to outvolume her this time, stuff a few takedowns, and get a win to open up the card.
Nice, man. So yeah, Piera Rodriguez, she's her fighting style is she's got a strong background in Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She incorporates it into her training regimen. She's known for her striking power, aggressive approach to clinch work. She pushes the pace in her bouts. She excels in landing devastating kicks and knees, and she's got an ability to dominate in close range combat. Sam Hughes is also a nonstop pressure fighter. She's super tough, very aggressive. She's like a bully. She likes to has a bullying kind of style. High volume striking, good clinch work as well. Uppercuts and knees. She's got a relentless pace. She's got good cardio. She breaks her opponents. She secures top position control when she gets takedowns. She constantly moves forward to exploit gaps in the opponent's techniques. She's got good stamina. She frequently uses the clinch to land dirty boxing, knees and uppercuts, like I mentioned. And she's got offensive wrestling and grappling. So she's got strong grappling, and she's got some submissions as well, including guillotines and rear naked chokes. I'm on board with you, Andy O. I'm going with the Sam Page, the Salmonator, whatever you want to call her, Sam Hughes, to get the win here. I like also the fact that Sam Hughes is getting her revenge match against Piera, where she lost the first time. She does have a 2-inch height advantage, a 1.5 inch, a 1-inch reach advantage, Sam Hughes. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Sam Hughes here to make good of losing the first time against her and come out here for revenge. All right, so we're in agreement with the first fight of the prelims. Let's move it on up to the next fight here. All right, we got Elijah Smith against Su Young Yu. For this one here, I'm going with Elijah Smith. I like this guy a lot, man. He's got a good striking style, grappling and striking. He's got wrestling experience. He's got good, strong takedown ability and control on the ground. He also has notable knockout power. He got a really amazing slam in one of his fights, kind of like Quinton Rampage Jackson did. He's got an explosive strength. He's got the ability to finish fights. In his UFC debut against Aaron Tao, he overcame a challenging first round and he adjusted his strategy and he came back and won that fight. He's primarily a striker and a wrestler. He trains in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and he has good submission defense as well. And
Well, he fought in against Aaron Tao in the Contender Series,
in the
right?
Contender Series. Yeah. Well, was it? Wait, hold on. I
Yeah,
think
but
this is
he also came back in that fight against Vince Morales. He showed he battled back from adversity in that one also. Not that
yeah.
Vince Morales is the best, but it shows that he can, so that's good.
Yeah, you're right. It was in the Dana White's Contender Series there, making his first appearance there. And Su Young Yu, this guy's primarily ground based. He's got a strong emphasis on wrestling and grappling as well. He's known as Jiu Jitsu because he's got good Jiu Jitsu skills as well. Good grappler, solid striking skills, and he often uses them as a means to get the fight to the ground where he could use his grappling. But I think that Elijah Smith is going to get the job done here. He's got a 3-inch height advantage over Su Young Ju. He's very good at sprawls and submission defense, so it's going to be hard for Su Young Yu to get him down on the ground. And not to mention, he's going to have a significant 6-inch reach advantage for Elijah Smith here. 6-inch reach advantage is significant, and I like that for Elijah Smith. Give me Elijah Smith by knockout or decision.
Yeah, I think that will be significant in this fight for how Sung Young Yu fights. I don't think Sung Young Yu is bad. Him and his jiu-jitsu that he likes, he can mix it up. He has pace, but I think he kind of, I don't know if he's going to get much better than what we've seen. And I think Elijah Smith, he's young, he's a decent athlete, and he should be showing that improvement. Considering his age, fight to fight, more likely than a guy that's 30 already. And he seems tough to me.
That's true. I forgot to mention the age difference there. A good 7 years difference, yeah.
And as I said, he showed adversity against Vince Morales. You said he showed it, battling back against adversity against Aaron Tao as well. So that's a good thing for a young guy also to show that he has that. So I'm going to go with Elijah Smith also. I'm going to go by decision or knockout. Nice.
We're in agreement with the second fight of the prelims. Moving on up to the next fight here, we got the ladies going at it again. Beatrice Mesquita and Montserrat Rendon. Who you got in this one, Andio?
When I was looking at this, I was confused. I was like, did Montserrat Rendon morph into? Is it like, who are we talking about here? Is this the same Montserrat Rendon?
It's the same Montserrat Rendon. They just abbreviated her name to Montse there.
Okay, but but there was another girl that also used to confuse me, and they're all trash anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter which one it is. But because I think this one changed her name completely at one point too, at least her last name. I don't know. Maybe not that it matters, I guess here. I think Bia Mesquita, man, what a win her last time out. It explains why she's a favorite here. Like, she doesn't only take you down and she's got real good BJJ, but when she gets you down, she punishes you there too, man. She's looking to cause damage. And we were saying, like, maybe a weakness of hers is, like, on the feet, but her striking didn't look that bad to me. And I think she's going to run through Montserrat Rendon here. She goes to the wire against much lower competition than Beatrice Mesquita. I think that's obvious. So give me Beatrice Mesquita to get a sub or knockout here.
Yeah, Beatrice Mesquita is known as the best, like the GOAT of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the women's division, bantamweight division.
I like that, the best.
Yeah, she's known as like one of the high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighters. She's achieved numerous titles and accolades. She's known for her technique, precision, mastery of the closed guard. She's also trained in wrestling and judo. Her BJJ is absolutely amazing. Montserrat Rendon's fighting style is similar too. She's got a decent ground game. She's got some punching power. She's trained a lot in jiu-jitsu as well. She's known as a grappler. And she's also been a 12-time national BJJ champion. So this is kind of like
sorry.
the better jiu-jitsu between these two. You know what I mean?
You see, why that's why that comment more like it scares me about these girls. Oh no, she's a world champion, best jiu-jitsu practitioner the world has ever seen. I was thinking, oh no, for Mesquita, how is that going to translate into MMA? That's always a worry. And you see, apparently Rendon here is a world multi-time champion also. But I don't think they're nowhere at the same level in terms of that.
Yeah, look, Montserrat Rendon's striking is pretty decent. She's pretty technical, but she lacks depth. She relies on volume over clean combinations. She uses a high output pressing style on her feet, but needs improvement in defense and head movement, so she can get clipped. Her footwork is not the greatest. and her ground game is not anywhere near as good as Beatrice Mosquito. I mean, she lost to Daria Zeleznikova. If
I
you're losing to
know.
Daria Zeleznikova, you're not that good. And also went to a split decision against Alice Pereira. So I got to go with Beatrice Mosquito to get the win here. I'll say submission or knockout. I'll say she finishes Montserrat Rendon in this one, even though she'll be the shorter fighter. She's going to get her down and get the job done. So
That,
submission, actually submission or decision for me.
that was horrible to get a split decision against Alice Pereira.
I know, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's not that good. All right, so moving on up, me and NDO in agreement with Beatrice Mosquito here. Let's move on to the next fight. We got Luan Lacerda against Hesher Sosa. I'm going for Hesher Sosa in this one here, man. Hesher Sosa, the Guanche warrior. He's a dynamic bantamweight striker. He's known for his aggressive Muay Thai based style. He uses flying knees, powerful boxing combinations, effective body work. He combines high volume striking with solid defensive grappling and good sprawls. He's going to need that against Luan Lucerda, who's a submission specialist. He focuses on closing distance, seeking knockouts. While preferring to strike, he does have a good sprawl and solid defensive grappling. He occasionally utilizes top position to hunt for submissions. Luan Lacerda, he's a submission specialist. You can see here on the graph, 11 subs out of his 13 wins. He's a fighter out of the Nova Uniao gym, specializing in high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His submissions are more arm locks. He goes for arm bars, arm locks, arm submissions mostly. He's got a good grappling style as well. I'm going for Hesher Sosa in this one to win by knockout or decision. I think that a sprinkle on Luan Lacerda by sub is obviously a smart idea because the guy's got 11 subs out of his 13 wins. But the pick is Hesher Sosa, man. What about you, Andio?
Yeah, he is going to be better on the ground, Luan Lacerda. But I always look for ways to fade him. When it comes to Sosa here, I think he knows how to put it together with his well-roundedness during the course of the fight itself. He's fight tough competition coming up, so he's seasoned already. So this is not like a normal debut here. Although it is, there's always potential for the first fight blues, but I'm not going to call that here. I'm going to go with Hector Sosa. I expect him to start off with some good leg kicks that he has to weaken Lacerda. Weaken him so it's harder for him to go get those takedowns if he tries. So I'm going to go with the Guanche Warrior here by knockout or decision.
Nice, and again, he's also going to have the 2 inch height advantage over Lacerda, and he's the way better striker. All right, so me and Andio in agreement with Hesher Sosa in this one. Let's move on up to the next fight. Andio, who you got in this one? Balaji Oki, the Zulu warrior, against Manuel Sousa.
I always thought Bajali Oki had the skills and the talent, but he seems to not be able to put it together throughout the whole fight. I think he's most dangerous in the first round, so maybe look for that as a sprinkle or something. See the value on that. But the thing is, he's not great on the mat. When it comes to Manuel Sousa now, Sosa and Sousa here, like what he has, him as well as the other guy we just talked about, he fought tough guys coming up himself, including Mauricio Rufy, who he
Yeah,
knocked out. And yeah, man, you can tell by his composure in there. You can tell he's also tough, I find. If it stays on the feet, I expect him to actually win the fight. But if he wanted to take him down on the ground, I think it'll be a much easier win for him. But I still say Belagioki's dangerous in that first round. Have we seen the top of Belagioki, or is he on the way out the door? I'm still iffy about this guy, but I think Manuel Sosa has this one. So give me, I don't know, give me a submission or knockout for Manuel Sosa.
yeah, I'm also on the Manuel Sousa side here.
No, Sousa, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, this guy, his fighting style, he's got the ability to leverage and adapt to the situation. He built a reputation for making significant stops in his fights. He's got skills in getting knockouts and submissions. He's very well-rounded. Well-rounded. He could get takedowns. He could also hit hard. He also has very good cardio. which is something Balaji lacks. He gets tired late in the later rounds. Balaji is very muscular and big, throws a lot of combinations and punches. He gets tired out. He does have a blend of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well as other martial arts, and he relies on his knockout power and his combinations. Like I said, his punching combinations are good. He showcased his skills in the lightweight division and has a strong record in regional international competitions. But lately, he hasn't been looking that good. I mean, he lost to Mason Jones. He got knocked out in that fight. Mason Jones was able to elbow him, get on top of him, and elbow him from mount and knocked him out with a TKO there. He also lost to Chris Duncan, who was able to sub him. So he has a hard time against guys that are good at grappling. Getting a win over Timmy Kawamba by split decision isn't impressive at all. And Michael Aswell beating him up, not impressive as either. So I'm going with Manuel Sousa to get the win here by, I'll say, knockout or submission on this one. I think he finishes Balaji. And Balaji chin is suspect too, man. Like, you see him get rocked a lot of times when he gets hit in the head. He doesn't like getting hit in the face.
Never a good sign moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. So me and Andy O in agreement with this one as well with Manuel Sousa. Let's get on to the next fight here. We got Chris Curtis against Miktabek Oralbay. For this one here, I'm going with Miktabek Oralbay. Definitely like this guy, man. He's got a mixed style of wrestling and striking. He's known for his strong wrestling background. He's got good submission victories. He's got 6 subs, 7 knockouts. He's got he's very well rounded. He can be aggressive in striking, and he likes to use his wrestling to control his opponents and gain an advantage. Chris Curtis, he doesn't like to fight on the ground. Chris Curtis, he's a striker. He's known for a high guard, pull counter type of boxing style. He uses tight defense, shoulder rolls. He's got a precise left hook. And he uses technical boxing with cage cutting pressure. He relies on his endurance and counter punching over grappling. So he heavily relies on his left hand for power, fights in the southpaw stance, and doesn't like getting taken down. So I'm going to go with Miktabek Oralbay, man. I think he's just better overall, better jiu-jitsu specialist, better at subs, better on the ground, and his striking is good too. So I'll take Miktabek Oralbay to win this one by knockout. You know what? I'll go knockout or submission. I think he can finish Chris Curtis, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, with Chris Curtis, he does have that good takedown defense. But what I noticed with him lately, the past few fights, is that his volume and his patience, or his tentativeness, if you want to call it that, it's getting more and more where he won't throw, like it's as if he's trying to line up that excellent shot, which could happen eventually, but it's not a good way to fight if you're just not throwing. And he has his opponent up against the fence where you're like, let it go, and he doesn't. And Miktabek, what he has is pressure, man. I think this guy's going to come out and know Chris Curtis is a little gun shy. Oralbay's thing is his pressure, man, and his clinch. And even if he doesn't get him down, I think he's going to be rough on Chris Curtis. He's going to get his shots in. And I think the win belongs to Oralbay. I'm going to also call a finish for him. Here, I also wanted to say that we have a former middleweight facing a former welterweight, lightweight here, and they're meeting at middleweight, and I think this is the best spot for them both, probably. But yeah, also Chris Curtis, 38 now, so getting up there also. That may be one of the reasons he's a little more tentative now. Maybe he doesn't like getting hit that much himself anymore. But yeah, loving Miktabek here.
Yeah, 10-year age difference between the two of these guys here. All right, so me and Andy O in agreement with all of the fights so far in the prelims. Let's get to the next one here. We got Brad Tavares against Eric Anders. Now, this one's a tough one, man.
Okay.
This one's a tough one.
It is. We have a couple unks coming, and man, I've had a very hard time with Brad Tavares fights lately. I can't seem to get this guy right. To me, he's kind of like, a ho-hum workman-like striker. He has great takedown defense. You can't take that away from him. And he has some placed nice hard kicks. As for Anders, he's the better athlete here. You can tell by the way he moves here. But Anders is also kind of damaged up. You can tell that also. He has to get in close. He has to keep up that pressure. And man, try to kick, check a leg kick that can go a far way here. He does have more power. He is very tough. If Tavares lands good on him, knocks him down, I think Anders is going to get back into the fight and keep going. But in the end, especially if it gets to decision, which I think it will, I'm going to have to go with Brad Tavares here to get it done. So give me Brad Tavares by decision.
Yeah, it's a tough one, man, because both of these guys are so. Nobody's really amazing. Brad Tavares, he's very versatile, though he's pretty well rounded. But he focuses on technical striking and boxing from a distance. He uses his reach in boxing to outpoint opponents. He's technically a wrestler by background, but he competes mostly as a striker. He's got a durable chin.
He competes as a wrestler in stopping the guy's takedowns.
Yeah, I mean, he can absorb damage while consistently wearing opponents down over time, often winning fights by decision. He uses, like I said, his reach and technical ability to control the distance in fights. He's known for his clean boxing and ability to land strikes from long and medium range. And Eric, your boy Anders, this guy is a former linebacker, known for his gritty inside fighting style. He's pretty explosive. He's got some power in his hands, and he's a high-level wrestler. He likes to blast the double and take you down with the double legs. He's a heavy-handed boxing also. He's got decent Muay Thai. He does gas out, though, at times, Eric Anders. And that's what I'm worried about in this one against Brad Tavares. He excels at closing the distance, making fights dirty. But if he can't get Brad Tavares down, I have a feeling he'll tire himself out, Eric Anders. And, Brad Tavares' takedown defense is pretty good.
That's the thing, also he has a way of balancing. So he has more of an opportunity to hit Anders with shots, when Anders is too busy trying to get this guy down. And
yeah, I could see Anders not succeeding in getting the takedowns, and Brad Tavares just stuffing those takedowns and outlanding the punches. I'm going to go with Brad Tavares ever so slightly. I liked him a little bit more anyway, so give me Brad Tavares by knockout or decision here. All right, so Andy O, we're still in agreement here with Brad Tavares. I thought you were going to go for Eric Anders for some reason.
A very close one.
All right, the main event of the.
I'm probably going to be wrong because I can't get these Tavares fights right.
We'll see, man. Maybe a sprinkle on Eric Anders as a dog play too will be interesting in the betting. All right, so for this one here, we've reached the main event of the prelims. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. And we got Charles Johnson against Bruno Silva here. Charles Johnson, man, coming off that, ugly loss in his last fight, man. Kind of pissed me off, too, when he got knocked out by Alex Perez. I took him to win that fight.
Don't get me started with Charles Johnson.
Really upset me when he lost that one. The guy's beating Lonair Kavanaugh, who just fucking beat fucking Brenson, just beat, what's his face?
Who?
Just won. Lonair Kavanaugh just won in the Mexico there.
Oh yeah, against Brandon Moreno.
Against Brandon Moreno, he beats him, but then he loses to fucking Alex Perez. You know what I mean?
Charles Johnson is capable of beating anybody. Okay, the guy just can't get out of his own way.
Exactly. It's just crazy, man. But anyways, he's still a good fighter, man. He's versatile, high pressure, likes to move forward. He's got good boxing, good Muay Thai, and wrestling. He aims to melt his opponents with relentless pace. He's got a high fighting IQ at times, strong cardio, upright fighting stance, clinch work, and takedowns. Bruno Silva is known for his striking and has good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he's got some powerful striking as well. I'm a bit worried because, it's not that long ago that Charles Johnson got knocked out. It was just a month and a week ago. I think he might be coming in a little too soon here. I'm gonna pick Charles Johnson, but not. I'm gonna give this guy one last chance, man. Charles Johnson, you better fucking get this done, or I'm fucking done with you. I will put a sprinkle on Bruno Silva by knockout or sub as when we come to the betting, but I'll pick Charles Johnson to get the win here by knockout or decision. Last chance for you, Charles Johnson. I swear, man. Don't let me down.
I'm not going to say I'll ever not pick Charles Johnson, because who knows? Next week he may come in as a late replacement and beat Joshua Van for the belt for the second time. He'd be beating Joshua Van, by the way. But look, it almost hurts me to do this, but not really. I'm going to have to go against Charles Johnson in this one, because I've also been a big backer of Bruno Silva. If you watch our shows, I've always said this guy was very underrated. I thought he looked great against In Order Cape. He looked good against Van, but he just couldn't keep up in the striking there. And he smoked subbed Park there the last time. He's a hard hitter. Again, he should be overrated to anybody. I think Charles Johnson, the biggest thing with him in this fight is, I thought you had to take 3 months off before you can come back after getting knocked out. This guy's coming back in a month. So he could be chinny now on top of it due to that, but it's also a knockout. He's getting knocked out now. What's going on? I didn't think it was possible. Maybe that's it for his chin. Maybe it's over. It's very possible. But also, I don't think Bruno Silva's going to like the fact that Charles Johnson may want to let him beat up on him for the whole first round until he, gets going and starts fighting a little better. And I just don't trust Charles Johnson in this fight. Because I have too much belief in Bruno Silva, not enough belief in the chin of Charles Johnson coming back way too early. But anything can happen. I'm just very happy at the value of Bruno Silva right now. So give me Bruno Silva by knockout or I don't even know. I say submission or decision, because I say he may rock him and then clamp on a sub to put him away.
Yeah, that's why I said that the knockout or sub prop might be interesting for Bruno Silva there.
Yeah, but don't forget, historically, Charles Johnson, impossible to put away, right?
Yeah,
so that could still be.
So we thought.
Right? So we thought the end may be here. So anyway, this is a compelling fight, but I'm excited for it. Excited for Bruno Silva to keep it going and earn some respect.
Yeah, man. So there you have it, our first disagreement. But again, I disagree in the predictions, but again, I don't see it as being a bad bet either for Bruno Silva. So there you have it, folks. Our early predictions and breakdowns for UFC Vegas 114. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned for the main card coming up next. Peace out, folks. KAMMA. Let's get it.